This episode is sponsored by Jordyn Jars, Chicago's favorite cake in a jar. Jordyn Jars ship nationwide from jordyjars.com, and we are the home of the first cake in a jar vending machine, which is located inside of Lacuna Lofts at 2150 South Canalport. Follow me on Instagram at Jordyn Jars and my personal Instagram at xjordinary. Has been such an amazing transformation going from mommy motherhood versus COVID to here. But I've been getting a lot of questions about how I balance motherhood and being a wife and my business, like running a business. I don't have anything to say, but I don't feel balanced. There is no way to balance. There is no way to get everything all right all the time. But the advice I have is to do it broke and do it broken. Do it anyway, and whatever it is. So for me, it's running my business. I feel like I'm robbing myself and my kids and my business when I pay for anything for anybody. I'm constantly depleting myself of all my resources by the end of the day so that I can get everything done. Like having to decide between buying groceries for the week or buying a couple things for the day and then buying the rest of the ingredients for the bakery so I can flip it and make some money off of it. I know the kids eating the food's not going to flip and turn into anything, but I know I can buy some butter and sugar and make a Jordyn jar. So my mind always has to be like what the money is going to be tomorrow and what's going to come in. I'm always praying for a big order, and it always comes through, always at the last minute, always when I think it's not going to. All the bills always end up getting paid somehow, and it's like I wish the bill collectors had as much faith as I do and as much faith as Des does. Like we are walking by faith because there is nothing else. There is no sight. There's nothing in front of us, nothing that feels encouraging some days. A lot of things they show me that I shouldn't even be doing what I'm doing. The sacrifices I make for business and not taking cake orders has been really hard financially because when people order cakes, they place orders and they pay for orders far out. So you have orders for here, and I can have orders through September right now. But because since I'm not taking cakes anymore so that I can be home with my kids more, I'm really noticing how much it is going to be a strain on our family, but weighing the options, like, is this still worth it? And every day it is. Every day being able to spend time with my kids is worth it. Every time, the brokenness of our family has been put back together. Our Saturdays are back together. Me being able to make Dallas's hundreds day project with him. We had to put 100 eyeballs on his t-shirt, but I've never been able to do stuff with him like that on a Saturday while the babies took a nap. I always have to do it right before school or the night before at like 10 p.m. with him or when he goes to sleep. But on Saturday, I noticed that I was able to do something with my child that I haven't been able to do before because I'm always making cakes for everyone else and everybody's kids. So it is hard financially, but the financial strain feels better and fixable. It feels more fixable than the emotional strain that I felt from my kids and not knowing what I was missing. Even if I'm not missing anything, I feel like I'm missing it when I'm at work. So this week I'm trying. We went straight from Valentine's Day and just getting a lot of orders out to me trying to throw together a party, like a launch party, to celebrate this big accomplishment of us being able to record all these episodes and these shorts and get all this content done. It's like this is it's something we're supposed to celebrate, but do I not celebrate the win because I don't have any money? And I don't have, I don't have all of the resources that other people have when they throw these events that I see. I think that everybody has a super established team when I see their events on Instagram and, people are running businesses. They have their marketing stuff looks so great, but it's like, where do we get that stuff if you don't have any money? You got to call in favors, the networking that you've done all the years to build relationships with your friends that have PR companies like Sierra Jabri, shout out to her. These people that you built relationships with, they can come in at the last minute with a liquor sponsorship and get you these, all those things are important. I have friend Mariah who flew from Atlanta to come and help with this event. Jamal, who's a producer, he's over here, he's Jamal on camera. It's just a lot of people that are here. Des, myself, we all are using all of our strengths to get this done. We don't have a sponsor for food. So what are we about to do? Cook that food. We got a kitchen in here. I got an oven. I know how to cook. Jamal went to culinary school and we cook every night for the kids. Y'all gonna be fine. And it's like we're gonna put it together and do it to the umpteenth degree regardless of how much money we have. And so that goes back to doing it broke. Waiting until you have the budget, waiting until you have $1,000 to throw a party, you'll never have the party. It'll never happen. Then how do you market for it? How do you tell people about your stuff if it depends on what that money looks like that day? I would never have any events if it was based on how much money I had. I've had to learn how to plan a party in 7 days because I literally don't know how the money's about to look. Like I don't want to tell anybody anything and cancel. I like to keep my word. I like to, have one of the businesses that says what they're doing and means it. If I tell you I'm going to be open at this time, I want to be open. People say they don't like supporting small businesses and black businesses. And it's like, people say they don't want to support black businesses, but I think they mean they don't like supporting small businesses. You have to have another set of empathy and understanding when it comes to small businesses because we're small. We don't have a whole infrastructure of corporate, management and HR and all that. We are all those things. We are everything. We're the marketing. We're making the websites. We're answering the emails. We're buying the groceries. We're making the things. We're producing the things. We're marketing it on Instagram, talking to all the customers, mailing out everything. All like Target, when people are like, this is why I don't support. It's like, find a white business that's doing what I'm doing and all the steps that I'm doing and then support them. But if you're talking about a white corporate business, then we're not talking about apples to apples. So it's like, and then there's another layer of businesses run by mothers. My kids get sick and I'm gonna have to go home. I'm not gonna lie to you. And I need that to be another thing and another layer during the building part of our business for people to, and they are understanding, which is why we have the vending machine. We couldn't have a committed time from 9 to 5 that we can be open because our schedule changes every day. Somebody needs us different. Dallas needs us to take them to tutoring or basketball, or the kids have to be picked up early. Those things change for us every day. So we have to change our structure of our business for that. Now we have a 24-hour vending machine so you guys can come and get that. But I'm trying to figure out how to be the best business that I can be and be a mother. Like, I'm not trying to blame anything on my kids. I'm not trying to say, well, my business sucks because my kids, or I have kids, or it's going to be half-assed because I have kids. It's never going to be that. They'll never be the blame for something that I'm in full control of. I have control of the marketing, the way, me being dedicated to my customers, me communicating with my customers. Like, there are times where I've had to miss out on my kids' things, my kids' activities for cakes. I would never cancel on a person because Dallas has a kindergarten graduation, but I do expect people to come and pick up their cakes on time so I can make it to my kid's graduation. But I don't want to tell you that I have a kid's graduation that day, nor should I have to when you tell me that you're coming at a certain time. But then they don't come at that time, and now I miss out on my kid's graduation. And it's like, no one cares about your kids. And that's why I had to step away from the custom cakes, because as much as we care about our customers and the customers are always right, it doesn't translate in some customer service industries, which is why the dedication to the podcast and the way that we're trying to move and building the brand around motherhood and around my target market is changing, and my target market empathizes with me. And when I sent out, the invitations to the moms that I really wanted to be a part of this event last minute, and, that I have been building relationships with on social media, they all understood why I was messaging them 7 days ahead of time. And I will understand if every single one of them cancels, because we all have kids, or if somebody brings their kid, because we have to do it regardless of being a mom. We cannot continue to miss out on everything, and even though it's hard, I don't want to cancel anything because I have, kids. And I often have to cancel on people and I try not to have it affect my business. But the effect that running a business has on me and my life it's taking a toll. It has me weighing out, are you doing something stupid? Is this a good business move, or are you being, impulsive? Are you doing something that is going to bring in future money? Are you sowing seeds? Or are you, like I like everything to be long term. So I just want to encourage you guys to look at what your dreams are, see what you can do with the money you have, see what you can do with the budget you have, so that you can accomplish these goals, knocking things off your list one by one, rather than just sitting and piling them up and waiting until you have a certain amount of money, because it's never going to be there. I'm not going to say never, but when, just do it. Do it broke and do it broken, because if you wait until you are whole, you're going to be waiting forever. So I had a couple people in the beginning of my podcast inception that were telling me not to really do the podcast, and I should wait, and then I should, do it when I could go to a studio, or do it when I could pay for expensive equipment. And we just started. We just did it. And because we needed to get just this message out, and I'm not really sure what the message is, but whatever it is that we're talking about and that we've been discussing has been helping. And I feel like this is something that God is leading me to do, and I'm not sure why, but I am just walking by faith. And I'm glad that we just made the decision to build it as we go. And we are adding to it every single day. I know you guys are noticing the changes and the consistency in our scheduling. Jamal got us on a tight schedule, but we are getting in the habit and a rhythm, and it's therapeutic. It's like having a weekly therapy session and being able to say a lot of things that I've never said out loud, and say a lot of things that I've never put into words so eloquently, and under a topic. And I'm like, okay, so that's what we're talking about today. Even for myself, is not just topics just that are broad. I really am evaluating it all week, thinking about what I want to talk about. And even after the episode recording, I'm already like having revelations of new ways to be and new things I want to try. And I think that that's something that has been the major change from episode 1 until episode 5, where we are now. I'm becoming more comfortable being vulnerable on camera and on the microphone. I really am not afraid of telling my story and telling my experience, because it's mine. Like, it's what I'm living. People, are like, aren't you afraid of people thinking you're a bad mom? It's like, if you think I'm a bad mom, please come pick up these kids and watch them for a couple hours so I could take a nap and be a better mom for my kids. Like, it's really I'm just letting people know, if you see me crying, this is why. So you don't have to ask no questions. You don't have to wonder if, how are you doing? I want to be able to be vocal and let people know and give a voice to people that don't feel like they have a voice and don't have a platform. I'm saying things that I thought everybody, I didn't think everybody felt this way, but now that I'm learning, it's like, make sure you talk about the fact that all of our hair is falling out and we don't know what to do, and we're supposed to just go to work perfectly fine and know what, it's like, these are crazy things. Our face starts going through different changes, like all the things that moms are going through that people don't even consider when you see them. And after you have a baby, how nobody opens the door for you. When you're pregnant, everybody opens doors. But as soon as you can pick up the baby carrier, they don't care about you. They leave you out in the cold, and it's crazy. But y'all need to see what that mother is going through. And maybe that's pretty much what I've been experiencing. It's more empathy, and just the way that people are talking about motherhood, and the way my husband and I are talking now, opening up the dialogue for him and I and my mom and my friends and I. That's been one of the major things and the major blessings that has come out of this that I wasn't really expecting. I didn't know how much it was going to be helping me, how emotional it was going to make me, opening up these different little boxes, all these feelings that I put away in boxes for so long, and they're opening up, and I'm gaining understanding from them, rather than just being like, what, or just acting confused. Now that I know that I need therapy, what are you doing? What are you doing to help yourself? What are you doing to become a better mom, rather than talking about, like, this experience is very hard, but how do, I know we got to wait it out. but what do we do in the process so that it can be more enjoyable for me, so that I don't lose myself anymore, so that I can bring, shed light on some of these experiences so people don't feel so alone. The experience of sitting here and pouring my heart out has been surprisingly easy and very therapeutic. So I just wanted to thank y'all for listening and subscribing, because we're building something here, and I'm not really sure what God has in store for us, but I'm here for whatever. So today is the day of the podcast launch party. It has been a trying week, to say the least. I'm exhausted. I have exhausted all of my funds, the little funds we had, all our link that we had, whatever we had to throw this event together. We'll be selling merch instead, so people won't have to buy online. I sent out invitations to some moms that I felt like needed to get out, the moms that I haven't built a relationship in person with. So it's going to be really fun to see some of them and introduce ourselves in a personal, it's like, I feel like we're online dating. This feels like a blind date with some of them. And it's just been I've been doing this, it's like I'm really passionate about it. I'm not trying to, people are like, oh my God, you should have charged for this. Like, you should have. And it's like, I'm really passionate about bringing moms together and kind of being what I feel like I need myself. Like, I want a community. I want to build a community of moms that could come together and hang out and have a drink and, be around each other and actually talk about, other things. And we don't have to talk about our kids if we don't want to, but we probably all will end up talking about our kids and showing each other pictures because, that's how we are. But a night out is just, something that we all need. So being able to create the vibe for the moms has been important to me. I wanted to make a section where they can take a mommy mug shot because, we've been in this motherhood thing. It's a lifetime sentence. Like, we're going to be in this for the long haul. So I just wanted to make sure I created an experience for moms where you could come and, enjoy each other and I can meet everybody and it's like a meet and greet. But it has been a trying week. And now today, Denham woke up with a fever. Des said he felt a little warm. I haven't seen my kids in 2 days. I've been leaving the house before they wake up and coming home after bedtime. So, nights like this or days like this are really hard for me because I know that they're probably like, where's that lady that's always here? Like, where is she at? So I hate that, but I know that I need to do it. I have to work. And, but it does feel good to see it all come together and like everybody is chipping in, everybody's helping, and we've been here all day, Jess doing my hair and getting up here early, and Lauren doing my makeup. It's just been a collaborative effort of all of my friends and the community in our building, and I'm just really happy, guys. I'm happy. I'm tired, but I'm about to start drinking. I'm gonna eat something so I can get some energy for this party and put a little dress on and take these clips out, get myself together. But we'll be back, and I want moms to come. Moms are about to come and talk to us today and tell us, how they feel about Mommy's Anonymous and, episode 1 through 4. So I didn't know it was going to be like bringing a community together and having me meet new friends and make new relationships. And I'm very happy that you guys all came last minute. We broke, we ain't got it all the time. I didn't know I was going to do it last week, so I was like, let me hurry up and throw this shit together. But I'm glad you guys made it. It's really important to me. Y'all take pictures and enjoy this. And I want to try to do something like this every couple months because I like y'all and I ain't got no friends and I want to make a music video. So it's going to be so fun. I'm just so happy about it, guys. So subscribe too. Hell. And AJ and Keontae have a podcast also called Go Best Friends. So don't Go Best Friends. Oh, that's good. Y'all met with the podcast. But thank you guys for coming. Take pictures and post and hashtag Mommy's Anonymous.